As a band continues in their career and the members mature, it can be a turning point for where they decide to push themselves to be creative or to rest on their laurels and deliver something similar to what already has worked in the past. With a standard rock band, it can be easy to release the same material throughout the years, but when you are a six-piece juggernaut of a band, it becomes much easier to be creative and have more people involved in something new. Periphery is that creativity-pushing group that takes the name of prog metal and wields it like a flaming sword toward the current mainstream music scene. And with each passing year, it feels like the men involved have not been content with sitting still. Guitarist Jake Bowen said in an interview, "For the past couple of years, we've been refining our collaborative process as a band, and we feel that it's only getting better with the completion of this album." After last year's dual album Alpha and Omega cracked the top 20 of the Billboard Top 200 albums, it's not a surprise for people who have been following the band that Periphery are not afraid to get heavy or dynamic in their music. Throughout Juggernaut was 17 tracks ranging from melodic and sweeping to riff-heavy and brutal. Now with select difficulty, we get a whole new entry of unbridled talent and creativity through 11 tracks, many of which are over 5 minutes long, and a form of escapism into a world that Periphery brings. Verbally describing or comparing their sound, however, is extremely difficult to do, so it's better if the music speaks for itself. While The Price Is Wrong was the first released song from this album, Marigold is the track that caught my attention. After two crushing and heavy tracks comes a song that is both able to capture the frantic energy, but also turn into a gorgeous progression and style. The riffs become well-fretted high notes, and Spencer's vocals gives a strong performance with his elevated singing pitch, and the chorus launches this song to another level. Even after the 5-minute mark where the track shifts into a connecting sequence filled with guitar feedback and effects, this song still feels like a whole. That trait is felt on many songs throughout select difficulty, as well as many tracks feeling like they connect at the seams. Tracks like Marigold, The Way the News Goes, and Remain Indoors feel separate but still flow into each other without losing momentum. The heavier and louder tracks like The Price Is Wrong and Habitual Line Stepper are definitely solid, but it's the songs that take their time a little more that make use of the melody as well as incorporating more elements like background vocals and string selections that stand out most. Songs like Remain Indoors and Flatline really create a gorgeous mindscape when listening. Flatline fluidly goes from forceful in the first half to focus and paced in the second. The ferocious drumming and guitars all go from metering out in volume to a silk-smooth transition to close the song. All guitars involved create an atmospheric experience in this and many of the tracks on select difficulty, and each one feels unique and memorable. Only occasionally do you hear a moment in a track that doesn't flow as well. 3 guitars all on full volume layering harshly, or a vocal repeat that feels like it doesn't belong. But these moments are very few and far between. Chances are you will like both the heavier and more melodic in this album, and also love the final track that is one of the best album closers I have heard in years. It's difficult to dive more into select difficulty without playing more clips, especially the harder tracks, but I can honestly say that if you have been a fan of Periphery in the past and enjoyed what you've heard in this review, then you will find more than enough replay value throughout the album. Overall, Periphery have delivered another wildly creative prog metal experience that does not hold back in pushing boundaries while still meeting expectations of the band's fans. Whether you enjoy the more tense style or more flowing, select difficulty is not a hard task to listen through.